This is Dr. Sahni, Medical Director for Clackamas County EMS as well as Washington County EMS. I want to take a few minutes today to talk about the new Smart Bag 02 that we'll be deploying throughout Clackamas County. Most, but not all agencies will be carrying this. And then we've already done a deployment in Washington County with Metro West Ambulance. Here are the different components of the bag, and knowing that when you pull the bag out of its packaging, it should be all put together already. But here is the reservoir. This is what allows you to get a higher FiO2 when the reservoir is filled with oxygen. This is your oxygen tubing. This, of course, is connected to your oxygen source. This is the standard bag component. And one of the things you'll notice with this bag is that when you squeeze it, that the pressure control portion reduces how quickly you can squeeze the bag. This right here is the switch that turns on and off the pressure control component. So when you put this facing out like that, you can now squeeze the bag like a normal bag. However, it's our hope that this is on for most cases so that we can reduce the amount of potential lung injury as well as overventilation. This is the ventilation rate timer. This is what is going to give you a rate of 10 breaths per minute. It is a light that lights up once you pull out this tab. So once the patient is intubated, or if you're bagging them, so even prior to intubation on a cardiac arrest, if you're doing bag valve mask, go ahead and pull out this tab, and the light will light up. And now it will light up every 6 seconds to give you a ventilation rate of 10 breaths per minute. So if you're the person at the head of the bed doing the airway, basically when you see the light pop on is when you begin bagging, and when you see the light go off is when you stop. And therefore, again, you're able to minimize the amount of hyperventilation. The next component of the bag is the PEEP valve. When you take the bag out of its packaging, the PEEP valve will already be attached, as will also, as we talked about, the timing light. The PEEP valve will be set to 0 when you take it out of the bag. This is movable, so if you have things in the way, you can move it to get out of the way. This is also detachable. So if you need to, you can take it off. In a cardiac arrest, we want the PEEP to be 0. As it comes out of the package, it's 0, so you can leave it on there, or you can just simply remove it. As we talk about in another video with Dr. A from Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue, which we would also like you all to watch, PEEP is primarily a hypoxia or oxygenation tool, and you use it to improve oxygenation prior to or post-intubation. You can use PEEP either when the patient is already intubated or with the mask. And oftentimes we may be using PEEP with the mask to improve oxygenation prior to RSI. But very simply, as I said, when you pull it out of the packaging, it is set to 0. You then turn the PEEP valve knob at the top here until it gets to 5, and that is a positive end expiratory pressure of 5. You then bag 3 to 5 minutes. Hopefully you'll get your oxygenation, your saturation above 95% at that point. But if you need more PEEP, you can at that point choose to dial up to 10. The idea is you can dial up the PEEP by 5 units every 3 to 5 minutes to a max of 15. It's important to note that recruiting alveoli takes time, so you really need to wait the full 3 to 5 minutes while bagging. Again, this comes attached, and so if you are using it while you are attached, you can turn it that way. And it's also important to not break your seal because you want to maintain the positive end expiratory pressure. All right, so that's the components to our new Smart Bag that we'll be placing into service. Hopefully we can reduce overventilation/hyperventilation and take better care of our patients. So this is Dr. Sahni again. Thanks for all the hard work you guys do, and please make sure to stay safe out there.